boy, these are how many picks left in my season? 5 picks left in my season. Unless I get into this latest Gladiator. Heard they're doing Gladiator Light. I would love to be able to do Gladiator Light tonight. I will try to figure that out. But these are the last 5 picks potentially in my draft season. I did that live stream last night where me and Spencer drafted the Ocean Waves. That's a killer team. A lot of the information I got from here, I use in there, and I really like that team a lot. But here we are in the 46th round of this DC. So let's run down these picks that happened since I took the last pick. The last pick you guys saw me make was Ezekiel Duran. And then I made 2 picks during, just kind of right at the beginning of that. That was a 55-second DC, and I was co-managing with my homie. So just right at the beginning, I had to make these picks. So after I made the much lauded pick of Ezekiel Duran, which is, at this point, I am just like, let me make sure I have the right tool in my box that might fit the wrench, the nut, one time that I might need. And that's why I get Ezekiel Duran. I needed first and shortstop. I didn't need him, but that's double redundancy. Whatever. These are the kind of players that I am bad about not being too high on. Ezekiel Duran is analogous to Colt Keith. Those kind of players, I'm just automatically too high on these kind of guys. Just with that double eligibility, I'm stupid like that. But then what, Rosario? Okay. Is that a resurgence? Is there ever going to be anything back from that guy? Let's take a look here. What I value that at. Rosario. Let's see. Jonah Heim, another catcher. Travis Benzana. Okay. I don't know. I hope that doesn't work out because I have other players in CLE. I want to see those at-bats. Waldrop, is he hurt? Kyle Isabel. Avoided taking him last night in the DC with Spencer. I think he's just gonna, if you have to play him, you have problems. Would have taken Jeremiah Jackson in front of Isabel. Good pick. Adam Frazier got him. Jose Barrios. Is there a health or whatever? James McCann. Maybe he gets some blast out there in the desert. Gaddis has been good in the past in the role, unsure of the role. Quintana, not going to do that, especially in Colorado. Standkey, they say that's a real fluid situation. He has been in high leverage in the past. Washington, just whatever to Washington first base. That's why I think reason to be in on Junior, because they got nobody else. Peraza, Ronnie Marciano, decent. Fernando Cruz, maybe. Cody Funderbrook, DeLuca, Carlson, those all look chalky. Crawford. And then I got around to Crawford's probably a good pick there. I got around to Jose Ferrar. Just feel like I got to get any type of save opportunity. Brian King, good pick. Mateo, good pick. Dane Myers, Ryan Baggert, Ashcraft, those are all good pick. Max Clark, I don't know. That's crowded out there. Susak wouldn't be my catcher, but maybe you need him. Zach Bean, like that pick very much. That's a value pick. I came back, I got Davis Martin just to get some for sure innings, even though I don't like it. I just felt like I needed some innings. Campasano is probably who I should have taken, just on the possibilities. Kirkering, Jason Adam, Ozuna, those are all pretty, I guess. Those are value. Ty France, I didn't even know he still played. Not sure about Konkanowitz. Made, Stevenson, I think he's hurt again. JT Ginn, it's not going to work out for him. Sorry. Luis Torrens, Liam Doyle, Justin Lawrence, Eli White, SD Ruiz. Those are all, there's no good or bad picks out here. I might be team build on some of those. I don't know. Eli White and SD Ruiz, double rabbits. Trevino, Tolbert, not sure on that. Cody Bradford, Brian Baker, Chase Dolander. I always felt bad for Chase Dolander. What kind of cards did you deal that guy? Sean Newcomb. All right, so there we are going around. So we have just barely 7 minutes and 15 seconds to make a pick. Not a problem. Was making them last night with the homie in that little 55-second window, but 7 minutes is kind of fast. I'll make it right here. I got everybody in here. So my team needs, I don't really need anything. I have 21 pitchers, 24 hitters. So I can take best jump here, so best available here. And I kind of do need some innings, but this pick number, let me see, this is pick number, there we go, 686. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take second half play because didn't get to him in the DC last night, but I got to the other guy who's in front of him on this list, you'll notice. But here I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to take Gage Jump right here, second half upside. Didn't get him last night. If that team is good, they're going to maybe need something. If that team is bad, they're going to maybe see what this guy's got. So that's kind of player I would take right here. I'm going to go ahead and take him. Let me just do a tiny diligence because we know he's not. Where's he at? Nothing on him. So this is a pure spec play. I think it's the right play here. Yeah, I'm just going to take him because I want to have, I already got a bunch of these kind of guys late though. So I got Zebby Matthews is going to get called up. I got other guys like that who are going to get called up. Maybe I should go for a more surefire innings. I'm actually going to go for another type of upside right here. I'm going to go to Palante. I'm going to go to a guy who's in the rotation, who's going to get innings because he needs to complement out. Because I already have Jonah Tong. Jacob Lance's innings have been reduced. Spencer Arrigetti's innings have been reduced. Zebby Matthews, minor leagues. Quinn Priester injured. So I'm going to need some legit innings in the beginning. So I'm going to take Palante. I'm going to draft him right now. Let me go back to the other screen. So it's for posterity. I think that's a more, see, I'm back to being conservative. I'm back to being conservative all of a sudden. Spencer really, we made some picks with him, like a JJ Weatherholt, stuff like that, where I'm like, dude, thank you for helping me make that pick and get to that spot in my brain. He's actually a Palante guy, but this is a pick. I think this is a more thought out pick than I would have made. So I'm gonna go ahead and take him and just do a diligence on him, make sure he's not hurt. I think, is he in the rotation? Spencer said he was in the rotation. I'm just going to take that on good knowledge of a Cardinals fan. He's drafted. Boom. Boom. So that's not a bad pick. That can't be a bad pick there to acquire some more innings. 3 pitchers there, 44, 45, 46 pitchers. I think pitchers, you spread them out in punctuated areas there. So I'm excited about that pick, to be honest with you. Let me put him in the sheet here. We are just literally, I think this draft will finish today, maybe. People get excited and this draft picks will come around. And then we'll throw this in the Bloomfield and see where we come out on the thing. On the TDK, I'm showing, we always like the tapes we make. But yeah, I'm showing pretty good over here, but I want to see the Bloomfield rundown as well. I'm showing good hitting, good pitching, and just showing, of course, the ratios. I always believe that after you shouldn't care about your ratios as long as you have good ratio starters, because you want to maybe play in some home runs or whatever, and you don't care about you already have average support in your good starters, which is kind of what this team has. Got some average support up top here, which would and Yandy Diaz is in there as well. Caleb Durbin, Heliot Ramos, Otto Lopez, and Riley Greene, Tyler Soderstrom, Zach Neto. That's all pretty float your boat type of stuff. So really liking this team. Let me switch it back to that screen one time. That's this team right here. So that is a pretty decent team. So it's coming out like Skubal, Miller, Neto, Turang. See, this is what I'm talking about. These 5 hitters here are nice. Here's some of those mid pitchers I'm really on there. Ranger Suarez. We already had too many pitchers to take him in that draft last night. And then I lay off pitcher in the middle here, and then I make sure I get what I need in pitcher here, and then I come back at it, and then I come back at it as I see it come down here. So I really, really like this team. Here's the starting lineup. And this is with people adjusted. This is with recent demotions and everything. This would be the lineup. That's why I took Taj Bradley, because I knew Zebby was going down. Probably didn't know. I was hoping he wasn't, but Zebby went down. And so I got Taj there. And then I also have Mark Vientos in at utility because Dylan Cruz has been demoted as well. And I had to shuffle the homie Willi Castro up to outfield. But that is kind of how I built my team. So I don't feel like that's much of a fall off there. Mark Vientos and Taj Bradley, it certainly is. Not as great as the upside of Zebby Matthews and Dylan Cruz, but I think that's serviceable to start with here. And I think I already like my team build, my flexibility, and that I'm going to be able to set my lineup like that. So this team is flexible, playable, and really pretty good overall, has a good bench as well. And I do have, the other thing about this team is I have all three pieces of the San Diego Padres bullpen. So not only do I have Mason Miller, I have Estrada and Morjon. So y'all can just get out of here with that. That is a build. Call that a build. The three-headed, the Cerberus bullpen of the San Diego Padres. I'll take that. Anyway, so don't have too many more picks left. Don't have too many more picks left at all. Where's my draft board? There it is. So yeah, only got 47, 48, 49, 50. So it's coming around short side. Going to be looking to acquire another baseball player before opening day. I hope you guys enjoyed opening day, and I really recommend watching the opening day commercial for, there was one that was put out opening day in Japan or something like that, MLB something, I'm not sure, but you guys will find it. It's amazing commercial. Anyway, enjoy the lead up to the festivities. I'm out here on the West Coast, and it's going to be cracking here before too long, inside of 5 or 6 hours. So happy opening day, y'all. Happy opening day. Let's go. Let's go.